Little nuggets of sausage. It's a weird thing to say. Never said that before, but anyway. Actually, first thing we're going to do isn't get the pasta on. I'm a liar. Do you know what? Scratch that. I'm just going to start this whole thing again. Because you'll never know. Oh shit, have I pressed start again? Yes. I had a sudden panic that I'd come back and not press start that third time. Right, lemon peasy, easy squeezy. Yeah, I just broke my own brain there. Right, oil it. We're gonna make a banging broccoli and sausage pasta. Piss easy. Some onion, some garlic, oh, some chilli flake. You can use fresh chilli if you want. I'm going just for broccoli, but say you've got some asparagus to use up, or you've got some spinach, or I mean, I wouldn't use cauliflower in this. I don't know why. I quite like cauliflower, but I don't know if it just don't think it'd work in this. But yeah, sort of a one-pot dish. But we're going to cook the pasta and blanch the broccoli in that hot water. So you could cook it all in one pot, move that out, then do the sausage and onions and stuff. But I'm going to use 2 pots just to make it a bit easier. Want something a bit high, some decent sized walls. A glug of olive oil. And the first one we're going to go in there with is some sausages. Now you use any sausages you want, any sausages you like. You can even go with tripolatas. I'm making enough for probably 2 decent sized dinner portions and a bit left over for lunch. And I'm not using too much broccoli because I couldn't get too much broccoli. So if you put in a load more veg, you maybe use a sausage a person. But what we're going to do is we're just going to squeeze out the sausage meat into our vessel that we're cooking in. Try and get as much of it out as possible. If you can't be bothered doing this, just slice up the sausages. Or, I mean, if you wanted to, you could use the sausages whole, but it'd take a fair bit longer to cook. Your sausages might not have great casing or be quite thin casing, and it just turns to mush anyway. Don't lose any sleep over it. I sure as hell won't. These are just nice, plain British pork sausages, but you can use whatever you want. I've already said that, haven't I? But chipolatas, Cumberlands, Lincolnshires. Because you're breaking it up like this, everyone gets a bit, so you can make a few sausages go a bit further than maybe you would normally. Right, now you don't want that up particularly high, because we are just browning them off a little bit. We're not frying the bejesus out of them. They stick a little bit, it's not too bad. They'll deglaze later. Give them a good decent browning all over. In with that, we're going to go in with a decent sized onion. This big bastard, I might only use the half of it. So you just want it sliced pole to pole. Yeah, I'm only going to use the half of that, but that's quite a big onion. If you had a smaller onion, again, any onion will do. You want to use a red onion, use a red onion. You want to use spring onions, use some spring onions. Shallots go quite nice in this as well. Sausage and onions go well together. Sausage mash and onion gravy. Keep that relatively low. You just want to sweat it down. That's the word. I can't think of the word sweat it down. Right, and to this I am going to add a few cloves of garlic. So I've got 3 decent sized ones. Again, you know, a little bit of garlic here. You want a lot of garlic? Put a lot of garlic. You don't want any garlic? Don't put in any garlic. Completely up to you. But I'm just going to roughly slice, chop, and not mince, but just clunk down all the garlic. You could always swap this out with some garlic powder if you wanted, or garlic paste. Completely up to you. And I'm just going to give that a bit more, yeah, off for me. I think I said it before, but it bears repeating. Garlic is one of those sort of things, the more you mush it and smash it and chop it, the finer it is, the more garlicky the final product's going to be. Right, pretty much there. So we're just gonna let that garlic get in there and sweat down as well. And we're also gonna add some chili flake. I'm gonna add that whole, it's about half a teaspoon. I like it a bit spicy. If you wanted to use fresh chili, be my guest, that could have gone in there now. Now, I've run out of peppercorns. So, my pepper grinder is empty. And I forgot to buy some more. So I'm gonna go in with a pinch or two of this, the emergency ground pepper. Now I'm not going to go in there with any salt, because sausages are already really salty. Oh yeah, you could have used chicken sausages if you wanted to be a bit healthier, or veggie sausages. Yeah, so I'm not putting any salt in there because there's a load of salt already in those sausages. If you're using reduced salt sausages, maybe you might want to, but either which way I'd probably taste at the end and see if it needs any salt. Pot of water, I'm going to get up to a boil. I am going to salt this for our pasta and our broccoli. Not a crap load. You want it salty like tears. Some people say you know it's salty like the ocean, but I don't think those people know just how salty the ocean actually is. Anyway, while this is all getting ready, we're going to sort out the broccoli. So all I'm going to do is just slice off the individual florets. There, that one can be broken down a little bit. Hit it more roughly the same size. Now this part, I'm also going to just slice into little coins of broccoli down to about there. The last little bit's a bit woody. It's good, there's no problem with eating it. Pasta as well, I've got a mafalda corta. It's a little wavy ribbony bits. I think what works better in this dish is the smaller individual pastas like penne, fusilli, conchigli, you know, those little ones. You can use any pasta you want, but the big stringy pastas like spaghetti, tagliatelle, linguine, where there's not really a sauce to coat the pasta, it's not really going to work that well together. Right, just let that come up to a boil, and then I'll put the pasta in, and I'm going to put the broccoli in a few minutes after that. Right, add a bit of a clean up. Pasta water's come up to a boil, I'm going to add the pasta. So I'm cooking for about 2.5. And essentially what we're going to do is halfway through the pasta's cooking time, we're going to put the broccoli in there. So cook the pasta. If it says, this says 10 to 12 minutes, I'm going to cook it for 8 to 10. Like I've said before, I'm fairly certain I've said before, tasting is your best way to find out. You want it al dente. It means with a little bit of a, just so the very core of the pasta is not raw, but undercooked ever so slightly. Because we're going to put the pasta in with the sausage and finish it off with everything else. Bigger burner, more heat. So yeah, let that come back up to the boil. So we're going to cook this, we're going to cook the pasta once it's come up to the boil for about 8 to 10 minutes overall. So in about 4 minutes time, and put in the broccoli. Give this a stir every now and again, keep it moving. You don't want it sticking to the bottom. You can see I've got a bit of crud on the bottom. It's not burnt, it's just a bit of fond. We can deglaze with the pasta water and it will make kind of a bit of a sauce to go with everything. So starchy pasta water will give us a saucy sort of thing. You'll see, we'll see. But yeah, back again in about another 4 minutes. Okay, we're back, party people. Cool, right, so broccoli is gonna be worth testing a little bit out. Careful, because obviously it's gonna be hot. But you can probably tell just by slicing it through with a knife, whether it's, you want a bit of bite to it, you don't want it to turn all smushy. But yeah, that's where I want it. So, pasta's probably gonna need a few more minutes. Well, maybe not actually, let me test that as well. No, that's al dente as well, that's all good. Right, cool heat on the pasta. And just, with your slotted spoon or your tongs, drain a bit of water off, but you want to bring some water with you. You can, obviously, drain this all into a sieve or a colander, but don't just pour it all down the sink. Use a cup to take some off at the beginning, because we might want to add some pasta water to this, just to kind of help, see, at the bottom of the pan, so I want to go with a bit of that. Just deglaze the bottom of that pan and get up flavours off the bottom of the pan. Stir all that through. And that's, you're done pretty much. If you wanted to, a handful of chopped fresh herbs at this point is quite nice. Some parsley, some thyme, some dill. But you see that chilli is almost kind of made a sauce. It's like a red chilli, smoky sort of sauce. Bob's your auntie, Robert's your mother's brother. You got a bowl. Plate her up. Make sure you get some sausage and some broccoli. There you go. Piece of the proverbial cakewalk, lemon peasy, easy squeezy. Nice fresh broccoli, good quality sausages. You can get cheaper sausages, you can get cheaper broccoli, a bit of pasta. It's quite cheap, quick, it's easy. You can take it, put in some more garlic if you want, put in some more chili if you really want it spicy, less spicy, more spicy, completely up to you. And like I said, you can use up any other bits of asparagus or chuck some peas in there. I'd stay with something that's got a bit of a bite to it, and it's some fresh green veg. And I mean, I'd blanch the broccoli in with the pasta water just to keep it a bit simpler. If you wanted to, you could roast that broccoli off in the oven and add a whole different layer of flavours to this dish as well. It's completely up to you how easily you want to do it. Alright then, I'm going to love you and leave you. Got some more pasta. I'm in a pasta kick at the moment, so I've probably got some more pasta and noodly sort of stuff coming. But yeah, hope you're staying safe. Be good. If you can't be good, be lucky. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will see you when I next see you. Arrivederci.